In this video, we will be learning how to write an offer using Dotloop. Let's begin. Log into Dotloop and press Add Loop. Search for the address here, or copy and paste it from the MLS. Most listings will allow you to automatically import most of the important information. If import data does not appear, you will need to manually enter a little bit of information. Now, select a template. In this scenario, we are writing an offer for our buyer. Select a status. You are now in the loop you just created. The documents are part of the template we selected earlier. Select the As Is residential contract for sale and purchase. You will use this form for every offer you make on a residential property. Every time you open a form, you will be given the ability to autofill it. Since this is a new loop, you'll need to select Add Person. Enter the buyer's full name and email address. None of the other fields are necessary. If there's a co-buyer, add their information where it says Buyer 2. Click Add Person. Scroll down to Contract Dates and select a closing date. Click Autofill once all fields are filled out. If you weren't able to automatically import data from the MLS, be sure to manually enter all of the data on this screen. You should now be viewing the form. Notice the line numbers on the left side of the form. Scroll down to line 27. Now, enter your buyer's offer amount in the first box. The box directly below that is where you enter the escrow amount. On line 30, choose how long your buyer has to submit escrow. The first box says they have to submit it with the offer. The second box gives your buyer a deadline to submit their deposit. The deadline is 3 days if left blank. Starting at line 33, this is where you enter the title company's information. In most transactions, the seller selects the title company. You can find the seller's preferred title company by viewing the listing on the MLS. Copy and paste the title company information to your offer. Sometimes, the listing agent will leave this section blank on their listing. So in that case, you can either ask them who they'd prefer, or choose your own. Now jump to line 39. If your buyer is financing their purchase, input their down payment as either a percentage or a dollar amount. Now go to line 41. This is where you will enter the total amount of money that your buyer is obligated to bring to the closing table. Notice how it says not including buyer's closing costs, prepaids, and prorations. This means that all you need to do is enter in the client's down payment amount minus their escrow deposit. You subtract the escrow deposit because the deposit will be applied to their closing costs automatically. Line 45 is where you enter your offer's expiration date. If the seller does not accept the offer before this date, the offer is considered null and void. Line 53 is where you put your expected closing date. This should already be autofilled. Now scroll down to line 83. You will almost always select May Not Assign. Assigning means that the buyer can transfer the contract to another party. Sellers generally do not like this. Now scroll down to line 87. This is the financing section. If your buyer is paying cash, choose box A. If they are using a loan, choose B. On lines 90 and 91, input the type of loan your buyer will be obtaining. Scroll to line 141. If your brokerage charges a transaction fee, enter that here if you want the seller to pay it. If the seller is unwilling to pay it, put the amount on line 154 to charge the buyer. On line 172, 174, and 176, you have the option to choose who designates and pays for the title services. Option 1 is the most common. If your buyer wants a home warranty, indicate that on line 184. You also can select who pays for it. Scroll to line 194 and check the box to ensure all money is prorated appropriately. Now scroll to the bottom of page 5. This section is extremely important. This is where you indicate your inspection period. The inspection period is what allows your buyer to back out of the purchase for any reason. If this is left blank, it defaults to 15 days. However, sellers won't typically agree to an inspection period that long. The shorter your inspection period is, the more attractive it is to a seller. Be sure to give your buyer enough time to conduct thorough due diligence. Now scroll all the way down to the bottom of page 11. This is where you will indicate any additional forms included with your purchase agreement. You won't always have additional forms, but familiarize yourself with this list and understand the purpose of each additional form. Right below on page 12 is the additional terms section. Here, you can put any additional provisions or requests that your buyer wants included with their offer that weren't covered above. Common examples include a request for a seller credit, repair requests, or a request for the buyer's agent commission to be paid by the seller. Now scroll to the bottom of the last page and put your name and your brokerage's name in the bottom two boxes on the left side of the page. All that's left to do now is to share this with your buyers. To send it to them to e-sign, click Save and Share at the top of the screen. Make sure everyone who needs to sign is checked, and then press Share on the bottom right. They will get an email guiding them through the e-signing process. Once your clients have signed, email the signed copy to the listing agent and wait for their response. If the sellers accept your offer, congratulations, you're officially under contract. If you liked this video, or if it helped you write your first offer, like and subscribe. Or consider joining Maverick Realty. That'd be cool too.